Woo! Hi everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the Daily Endeavours for the 13th of February. Timecodes and chapters will be in the description for if you want to fast forward to any of these endeavours specifically. We've got a 15 seal set, 1.6k gold for each one. We've got Dangerous Foe, Harvest Resources from the World, Furnishings, Heists, and Alliance Points. I think this one here sucks, just because, one, it relies on people, like other players. You have to basically interact with other players to get this one done. Battlegrounds or like trying to take keeps are probably your best bet for getting this one done, but personally I think you could probably do all four of these in the time it takes you to get enough alliance points for this. I'm confident in believing that for most people that's going to be the case. So yeah, just stick with any of these ones here. I think these three here are really easy. This one's not too bad, but it requires these skills, so if you don't have that, just do these three here instead. It's fine. Alright, so I'll start with the furnishings. So the first thing you want is you want to make sure you have a house, because you need a house in order to place stuff. The easiest thing to get, there's a free house. So you want to look into the quest Room to Spare. So the easiest way to start this quest and actually do it is you've got to find an NPC. Her name is Furnishings. This is what she looks like. The best place I think to find her is right next to the Way Shrine, south of Daggerfall Way Shrine in Daggerfall, in Glenumbra. You can find Furnishings here. If you haven't done the quest yet, she'll be here. I've already done it, so she doesn't show up. But she shows up right here. So you talk to her. All you have to do is literally just press the talk button over and over, and then you'll complete a quest. You'll get a house. Which house you get depends on your alliance. If you're EP, you get a different one to, say, Old Mirror Dominion. But if you want to know where to find them, you go into the map, you go into Houses, and it'll show up here in your Collected tab in Houses. So I've got all three because I've got characters on different alliances. The other thing I suggest, but it's not mandatory, is you talk to this lady here, just to the other side of the room, Rozika. Go into the store for this, and there's these items here that cost 100 gold. I get a bunch of these, and I'll explain why when I actually get into the house. But I think having a stack of items, just like 10 is enough, I think. You could go with less, but I just go 10 as just like a number I think that works well. Alright, so now we just want to head into our house. So we'll go Rosie Lion here. The getting some furnishings is not mandatory, is because you start with this rough candle as soon as you actually get the house. So this is completely free. So when you get in here, you can actually use this thing to complete it. The only reason I don't use this is, so we go to the housing menu, press the housing editor button, it's F5 on PC. You put your cursor over it, you click, and then you store it. And then you have to bring it out of your inventory. So we go lighting, rough candle, pillar, and place it. So that will slowly progress this endeavor. But the problem is, in order to keep doing this, you can't just pick it up and place it. That's not that doesn't actually count for the endeavor. So you have to just keep picking it up, storing it in your inventory, going back and placing it. Whereas I like to just make it a bit simpler. Just get that stack of wood cutting blocks that I showed before, and just mass place them. So that way, what it does is, it just means that you can just get done a little bit quicker, that's all. It's not a big deal, but you're basically paying 1,000 gold for convenience. And you only have to do that once, because once you've got those 10 blocks, anytime this 7 furnishings one comes up, just come into this house, spam, place them in the one spot, it takes like 10 seconds and you're done. So yeah, it's just really easy, good way to do it. And you get some gold for completing it, so you get your money back just for doing it once. Alright, let's move on. Alright, so now I'll just cover harvesting resources from the world. There's a few things that don't work here, but pretty much everything is free game. I'll try and go through the things that don't work for this, but there's not many. Most things work here. So any of the natural nodes that spawn, you've got the runestone there in the background, that would count as a harvesting resource from the world. Blacksmithing ores, clothing plants, alchemy plants, water from the pure water nodes that you can see in lakes. I'm pretty certain they don't count. I think I've tested them before. Boy, am I glad this is not a Citric Portal endeavor anyway, because sometimes you just can't find those fucking things anyway. I will say, before I go to the last thing, the water, the lakes, some of the lakes in Craglorn are really good for mass farming a bunch of resources from the world. You can see all these items here around the lake. There's also the solvents. Yeah, there's also solvents around the place. So this area right here, you can get a shit ton of stuff. But yeah, it's not always there. But usually you'll find a lot of stuff there. So I quite like Craglawn for this, because Craglawn tends to just be stacked full of resources all the time. Also, if you go through and get anything from the blacksmithing ore nodes, the jewelry dust nodes, the cloth raw nodes, the rough wood nodes, they all have a chance to drop a special resource. It's called Nerncrux. I haven't got any on me. But these two, like, you get the Fortified, which is the armor trait one, and then you get the Potent, which is the weapon trait one. Those can sell for a lot, so you might really get lucky if you come here and just harvest a bunch of those for this endeavor. You can get really lucky and actually get a Nerncrux from them. It also counts for surveys too, which we'll talk about now. So, surveys. This, because anything survey related that you'll have access to, they all count as a resource from the world. I might actually have to go around here. I'll check. Oh, speaking of, yeah, there's a pure water node. So these count as resources from the world. So if I go collect this one, even if you're in the water, you can collect it. Yeah, so that counts as well. Okay, surveys. So what surveys do, you find where the survey is. You can use add-ons to find it. This is Lost Treasure, the add-on that I use to find my surveys. Each one of these nodes from surveys counts as a resource from the world. So just go through, grab this stuff, and everything counts. Even the Furrier's traps, even though they're not considered actual raw resources from the world, yeah, they count. So everything here does. So yeah, if you've got some surveys lying around, definitely use them for this endeavor. The only thing is, if it's your last survey, I would advise holding on to it, because sometimes you get endeavors that require you to do a survey, and if you don't have a survey for this, it's going to take you longer. But if you don't have a survey when the survey endeavor comes up, you won't be able to do it. So it might be just a good idea to hold on to at least one of these, maybe two. Because I've seen them, sometimes they come up with 2 surveys. It's really fucking annoying. But generally, if you've got surveys, they tend to be some of the better options in those endeavors. Okay, so next up, Dangerous Foe. So I don't understand what they mean by shielded life bars, but this is what you're looking for. Anything with these little things here, you see like the little diamonds next to the health bar, to the left and the right. Anything with this stuff is considered a dangerous foe. It's like the bigger enemies. So the easiest way to kill a dangerous foe, I think, is to do dolmens. So the Oridon ones are usually what I do. So if you have this way shrine, and this way shrine, you can always get access to easy dolmens. You could also just join the train in Alakir. That's usually where everybody is. But basically, you just want to join. You only need to do a slight bit of these dolmens in order to get this one done, because they have tons of tier 1 enemies. Not always, so they're not always reliable, but like, I would say 90 or 95% of the time, they will have tier 1 enemies. So I'm just waiting for this one to go away. And it's not just ones with just the 2 diamonds. It can be like any of the bosses too. Ones with more diamonds, that's fine. It's just ones that don't have any diamonds at all don't count. And so I'll just see if anyone's doing this one. So even if you get to the end, and you get to the final boss, coming now, the boss also counts. This guy here. So we've got 2 diamonds on either side. So this guy counts. Let's kill this guy, that counts as a dangerous foe, and you're done. And yeah, even if you get to the dominant at the start, you kill the 6 worm cultists, and the enemies that spawn after that, there'll be tier 1 enemies in it. So you just look for those the little diamonds. These things here, the little diamonds next to the health bar, and yeah, you'll be good. I still don't understand what the fuck they mean by shielded light bars. Okay, so the enemy that spawns here will be a tier 1 enemy. This guy here. So see the little 2 diamonds? So these guys will spawn quite frequently. There's going to be another one over here, I'd say, soon. Yep. Next one will be there should be an enemy that spawns there that'll be tougher. Oh yeah, this one. Sorry. I'm used to there being a lot more people. So yeah, if there's a lot of people, you'll get 2. You'll get one that spawns there, and like one that spawns over there. They have predetermined spawns, I'm pretty sure. And as you can see, like, as time goes on, you'll just see more and more of these. Yeah, see, there you go, this one. So you'll see more and more of these tier 1 dangerous foes come through, and you just got to look for one of these guys, just participate in their kill a little bit, and yeah, that's all you need to do in order to get this endeavor done. So you can also find these kinds of enemies in the open, just in specific places. Some good examples is Eastmarch. You've got giants in this area here. There's a bunch of trolls in Darkwater Crossing, that sort of thing. Usually where I go to is Craglawn, just to the northeast of Hellra Citadel, the trial. There'll be some gargoyles here. These are usually my my stomping grounds. So these guys here, they're quite tanky, but they're very straightforward. They have like a heavy attack, they create a big AoE, and that's about it. They're damage sponges, that's all. So you kill one of these guys, that would count too. So you got another one over there, and then you also got one there. There's other places you can use. So it's weird, but Maelstrom Arena and Vodashon Hollows, and Dragonstar Arena too. So you'd use Dragonstar Arena if you had base game. All of the enemies in arenas count as dangerous foes. Not the case, I think, for dungeons and trials. I don't know, but dungeons and trials, you'll find a dangerous foe quite quickly because bosses and tier 1 enemies in trials are quite frequent. Infinite Archive as well. You can use Infinite Archive. The first stage, I think the third wave of enemies will have a tier 1 enemy in it. I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed every time. So yeah, you can do it there, and that's an instance way, so nobody else can kill the ones there. So yeah, there's all those options there for you. So just pick whatever one works for you and go with that. We'll talk about a heist. So NA hasn't reset yet, but I'll still do a heist anyway, just to show you how it works. So you need to progress a little bit in the Hughes Vein main questline in order to get access to this. You need to get to the long game to access a heist. It's a bit of a runaround trying to get to this one. So my advice is, if you haven't started heist yet, or if you haven't started the Thieves Guild at all, then just don't bother with this one, because it takes quite some time getting through the Thieves Guild questline to get access to this one. So my advice here will just be do the other 3 instead, the other good ones, and just don't worry about this one. If you do have heists unlocked though, you'll probably know how they work by this point, I'd say. But I'll just go through some basics if you do want to do a heist and you've done the Thieves Guild questline but haven't tried a heist before. So quickest way to get into the Thieves Guild, just go directly north from the Way Shrine. I find this to be just a little bit quicker. So you can just go... You can either go up here or down through there. For this one, you just go here. You can grab that if you want on your way to getting the resources from the World Endeavor. So yeah, just come in here to get to the Thieves' Den. The person you can talk to is here in regards to heists. Again, you have to go through a little bit to unlock this guy. You have to do another quest alongside the long game to get access to them. But once you do, that's where you get the quest, and then you talk to him. Now, the good thing about heists and why they're actually not a bad option for endeavors, considering if you have Thieves Guild. If you don't, obviously it sucks. The reason I like this one, I like this more than Black Sacraments, because no matter how much you just don't follow the rules in here, you still complete it and you still get this done. And if you just don't give a fuck about the rules, you can kind of get this one done quite quickly. So I'm not going to care about the rules here. I'm just going to go through, I'm going to find shit, and I'm just going to open it. And the only thing is, the one thing I suggest is, if you do want to do this one, get a character with really fucking high legend main, so you can get the locksmith passive to max. Because these things here, if you can force the locks, you'll get through this much, much quicker. So the reason I prefer this over Black Sacraments is you can just Rambo through it, not care about the stealth mechanics at all, and the consequences of doing so do not translate to the outside world like they do with Black Sacraments. If you fuck up and get spotted in Black Sacraments, you get a bounty. If you fuck up in here, this timer up here, it just shortened, that's all. And if that timer goes to 0, it just means that you fail the bonus objective and you just can't get extra rewards. Which, in my personal opinion, does not fucking matter. The rewards in here are so either unreliable or just downright terrible that I could not care. I could not give a gnat shit. But like, obviously, if you do, that's fair. And there are lots of guides out there to getting this one, like to getting these heists done properly. And those people who care a lot more about getting these heists done properly, you know, you should listen to them for how to do this stuff. But me, I just want to get through this done. I just want to get this done as quickly as possible. Just fuck off. Apparently, oh, okay. Well, didn't work last time, did it? Oh, there's a. Oh, that must have been the one I checked before. All right, so just waiting for this to go away. Hopefully, this guy doesn't see me. Am I not sprinting? There we go. That was weird. All right, so I should not get spotted there somehow. All right, so there's a trap there. Alright, so I think that was another perfect run.
We're done, boy.
Yep. Alright, well. I swear, the more I fucking try with these heists, the more I fucking fail them. Alright, so sometimes you can get really lucky and just do it like that. The legerdemain forcing the locks really fucking helps. But that's the thing. You get this purple satchel, you get a Thieves Guild motif, which it's definitely a lot more expensive motifs to try and sell out there. The Bahara's Curse stuff is okay. The Savara's Scale stuff is way better, I think. You know, these aren't terrible. You know, 15 grand for Baraha's dagger is not bad. But I just feel like there's so many better ways to get gold or like do stuff. Like, yeah, just anything in this game. Like, it's just way better ways, I think. Just still doing volcanic vents, I think, would be quicker to get gold or whatever. I don't know though. I'm no master financier when it comes to this stuff though. That means, yeah, this is probably controversial to some people. If you like this passive, like this skill line, cool. But I honestly could not care less about this skill line because getting Thieves Guild quests like the heists done perfectly gives you more XP per heist, but the stuff here is so pointless to me. I just don't see a reason. I've had massive bounties on this character. I just go to sleep and half the bounty's gone, and do that a few times. I don't think a bounty is a big deal in this game, considering that yes, skill points are easy to get now, but there's still so many other skill lines you got to get with skill points. There are just so many other things that I would prioritize putting skill points into as opposed to fucking Thieves Guild. It's a very outdated skill line, I think. Alright, so this build that I use for heists, it's just Vampirism Stage 4. Basically just maximum movement speed. I have a video for this, I'll link it in the description if you want to see it. It's quite long, but I go into full detail on how everything works in the sets and all that. So if you want to see that, you can go ahead. But that's dailies done. You can. I would very much advise if you do want to do heists properly, just look up someone doing it properly. But in my opinion, just run through and just Rambo it. It's just quicker doing that way. Because even if you, as long as you get those 4 items from those chests, that's all that matters. You get those done, you complete the quest, and that's it. Even if you get spotted by every single person and kill every single person in there, you will still complete the heist. It does not matter. The only thing that matters for getting it done properly is those items that they got, which really aren't valuable compared to a lot of other stuff you can get in this game. Savara's Scales is like one of the sets you can get from those coffers, but Savara's Scale is just it's a niche, it's meta in PvP, I think, for a very specific build. I think that's why people use it. Everything else, there's 100,000 other ways to get stuff that sells for more or is arguably more useful. Is there anything else to talk about? Alright, so we'll just grab this runestone. You're going to need a little bit of inventory space. That's going to be the biggest issue with doing this one. So make sure you got a little bit of inventory space on a character, and also, if you can, get a character that has like a couple of speed modifiers. Like, for example, if you can get a character and put Adept Rider on them for a speed boost, get a fast horse, that sort of thing, it will make this one quicker, just because most of the time you're going to be spending with this one is traveling from item to item. So we've got another Runestone here. Now there's some flesh flies over here. You can see the little misty thing here. These don't count as a resource from the world. I don't understand what the idea there was, but any of these insect nodes, like torch bugs, butterflies, none of those count as a resource from the world, sadly. So just going to a place like Scarshard Burrow and just killing those over and over is not, harvesting them over and over is not going to work. But alchemy mushrooms, alchemy plants, those count as resources from the world, so that's really good. Alright, so I'll try and go through some things that don't actually work. So, thieves' troves don't count, chests don't count. Yeah, insects don't count, so torch bugs, butterflies. Psijic portals don't actually count. Nope, can't think of anything else, sorry. If you do have any questions, just let me know. But yeah, I don't like to bother. Even though I got that one perfect, that was just pure luck. There was nothing skill related with that. Alright. Yep. That's daily's done, I suppose. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. If you've got any questions as always, just give me a holler. But take care for now. I'll see you all next time.